Hey, what's up? Today we're going to do a slightly deeper dive than what we had been doing, just a play or two here or there. We're going to look at a handful of plays from the Packers defense, not a full look by any stretch of the imagination. Some of this we're going to kind of feel out as we go, but I picked a handful of plays just because I wanted to take a look at some of the things the Packers were doing against the Commanders in this game. Some ways they tried to take them out of what they're doing. Jaden Daniels is a good processor in terms of like going through his reads. He's good with his feet, and kind of what they did to take him out of some of that stuff made him uncomfortable. They did do a lot of kind of basic stuff as well, some cover two, cover one, without really disguising anything. I'm not going to get into that too much, just because I don't know. I didn't really feel like it. It was going to get overly long, I think. But one of the things I want to show is some of the different looks they gave, and then when they do some of those more basic looks, how that does cause, or that could cause, some issues, and we'll see that as we go. So right here, we're going to look at, so we'll start out here. I got this thing along the top here. I'll try to remember to hit all this. Because I know it's a little small, but we've got, I got play numbers, kind of my own reference, quarter, time remaining, down, distance, personnel, and then gains. This is 2nd and 7. These first two plays are going to be back-to-back. So 2nd and 7, we're going to have a cover one look from the Packers. You can see a bunch of communicating beforehand, which is what we're going to see. You got McKinney back there, kind of directing traffic. You've got up front here kind of a 4-man. You got Williams is going to sneak down, kind of make that like into a 5-man surface. A lot of moving pre-snap, but no one's really out of position. Everyone's kind of where they're supposed to be. A lot of communications. Those guys up there are communicating. You got this 5-man surface up here. Now what they're going to do, looking to run this. The Commanders are running this cover 3 beater. You got these. I think he's there as well. 2 hooks. So if you've got you're dropping there. Drop in there. Cover 3 seams are open, so you're looking to hit these stop routes, these deep stop routes, deep curls against here. Settle in the seams against zone. You've got a whole bunch of bodies up at the line here trying to get those guys. Now, as we'll see, part of the issue is here you need a little bit of time to develop, and with the bodies the Packers have up front and who they send makes it hard. So that's part of it. You've got, all right, he's ready. He's set maybe a little early. Nothing's open. We now have breaking through. That's Parsons on the edge here, breaking through. So before he's ready to throw, he's moved off his spot. We got Daniels now moving over here. We'll look at it from the other angle as well. Bodies right there. So he can't escape. I think there was something in the scouting report, if I'm not mistaken. When he moves right, he's looking to throw. And when he's looking left, he's looking to run. He rarely throws when moving to his left from what they had seen, and moving to his right, he's looking to throw. You got these guys, they're not being too aggressive here. They're eyeing him. You still got this guy here, and so he's trying to direct traffic a little bit. Maybe try to move him over there, but you've got got a defender right there. But these guys got eyes on him. Body, so he can't run. He doesn't have a good spot to throw. Another body, right there, just hitting with bodies, man. So now he's going to reverse. I got a path to the left. I'm going to hit back to the left here. Got field over there. Well, Evan Williams is on his heels right there. And then Devontae Wyatt is going to break through right there, come up with a sack. Really nice. Again, one of the things we're going to look at, communication and discipline, and also the pass rush is kind of what you look at. So, Parsons, saying, all right, you're bumping there, you're moving there. You got McKinney. We're going to look at Parsons and kind of what he does. We got McKinney's talking. Parsons was talking to Wooden. You got Wyatt over here communicating with Gary. Just a lot of communication pre-snap. Everyone's in the same spot. You got to check. McKinney's checking right there with the motion. All right, check. Move in. And moved off his spot. Parsons is running through. As we saw, we won't spend a whole lot of time in this view. He's looking to throw. He's trying to direct. But, you can see from his view. You can't see it too well from the other view. Bodies, man. They're there. You're trying to hit him right here. You can't. There's 2 dudes right there. They're not going to let you run. They got him viced in here. And then you can't. You're not throwing over the top of him. You try to throw that over the top. Walker's long, dude. He's got those long arms. You got a defender right there. That's not making it through. You loft that over. That thing's getting picked or knocked away. You try to throw a bullet. Walker's going to knock that down. Walker not great with his hands as far as picking stuff off, but he'll knock a ball down. And then over here we've got the other 2 guys we'll keep an eye on once he goes backside are Williams and Wyatt right there. So he's kind of doing that right there. He's cut off there, right? You got bodies. He's got a reverse field. Now you've got Williams going to come in on his heels Wyatt's going to scrape over, pick up the tackle, get the sack for -1. Diving tackle. Just bodies, man. Look at all these bodies here. Just, again, good communication. Everything synced up. Gary jumping over the pile. There we go. Loss of 1 yard sack. Everyone does their job. Everyone's fired up. Look at that. You guys did your job. Evan Williams is hyped. All right, dude. Very next play. First quarter. Washington in 11 personnel. They're in 11 personnel. I don't know, man. I kind of charted it and forgot to look at numbers. 90% of the snaps, the vast majority of snaps, they're in 11 personnel, which is not really surprising based on who they are and what they do. All right, so it's 3rd and 8. We got a bunch of dudes at the line here. We got a single high safety, a bunch of dudes there. We're going to look to see how this plays out. You're trying to, against 3rd and 8, you lost a yard. It was 2nd and 7, you lost a yard. They're going to drop a bunch of guys just in a spot drop zone. You've got 4 rushing the passer. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Parsons there. I think that's LVN there. You got Rashawn Gary there. And then you just got bail, sit middle. And then you've got guys bailing here. So you're covering, you got pretty deep middle. There's your marker up there. Deep middle at the sticks. You've got guys deep. You can't really drive that thing. And then Van Ness off the edge. Kind of forces him up. Take that wide path from Van Ness. It's a pretty good looking pocket right now, but you're going to force Jayden Daniels to step up. He's top of his drop right now, man. He hasn't done anything yet. Stop. All right. Move up a little. It's getting real cramped up in there, right? You got Parsons spinning off something. You got Gary compressing. You got, I think that's Wyatt right up there in the middle, just looking to knock a ball down. He had a couple of out of balls in this game. And now you're looking to hit something big. And again, this drop off the line, what they're trying to do, you've got the concept they're trying to hit. Here, we'll do this. You've got this kind of, I think, was that like a hook? I think he's going to run something over the top. Kind of like you're looking to attack the middle of the field with this. And right now, middle of the field looks pretty free. That's what we're trying to hit. And I think you got a vertical route there, if I'm not mistaken. So you're looking to hit that, but now you've dropped where everyone was at the line. You've dropped a man. And if you're trying to attack this middle of the field here, that little middle zone, man, that ain't working. And so it's not there. Middle's all clogged up. You got guys at the sticks. I mean, you just look at it here. He's at this point, Daniel's getting forced off his spot. It's getting real muddy up in there. But man, look, here's a man. Doop, 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 doop. There's no one open. He's forced to check it down to Eckler. Checking down to Eckler. And then what happens? Bodies, man. Everyone's converging. Everyone's staying in your lanes. Hit. Bring him down. 2 guys bringing him down. It's Evan Williams and Javon Bullard. Gain of 4 on a 3rd and 8. Washington punt. All right. A little later in the game. 3:57 left in the first quarter. We're going to keep an eye on this. A run play. 2nd and 11. Once again, 11 personnel. And keep an eye on stuff up front. This is a really nice play from Evan Williams. He's not going to get the tackle. Maybe go a little unheralded. But pretty nice. We're going to watch him fill. You got too high up top here. They're bumping with the stuff. I mean, he's moving immediately. They're spinning. He's going to go down. They're going to spin either way. Without that motion, I would imagine McKinney probably comes down. But they're moving with the motion. Down to the weak side. You got the tight end here. The full passing strength with the motion is going to be here once everything starts. So fall back. He's going to rotate down weak. They're going to give here. Give to the inside. And we're just going to watch Evan Williams. He's patient. He's patient. We're going to see it from the other side here. Let's just watch it now. We wanted that kind of wide view there initially. But you've got a 4-man front with 2 linebackers. You got the motion. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. You got Cooper and Quay there. You've got Evan Williams there. We're just going to watch this run defense, man. 2nd and 11. You got the motion. He's looking to hit that gap there. You got a blocker coming down right here. Evan Williams going to get low, get under that blocker. He's closing that gap. You need to take out that gap. So now, running back is going to have to bump over. He's going to cut backside. Well, who's backside? Bodies, dude. Rashawn Gary. Let's get that in blue. Rashawn Gary, Quay Walker, Edge Cooper coming up. You got a man setting right there as well. So we'll watch Evan Williams, and we'll back it up a little bit. Watch him duck under this block. That man's there. He's going to come out and block Evan Williams. Evan Williams, I love this from him. He's coming down. He's patient. He's patient. He's patient. He's looking. He shoots. He gets under, makes contact, gets the leg, force him back. And now, instead of going through that gap, bodies, tackle, gain of 4. Nicely done. Really good play by Evan Williams. Again, you're not going to get, I think Devontae Wyatt sees him. Get a little, good job, buddy, there after that play. Really nice job out of Evan Williams to blow up that initial gap, force him back to the middle of the field where he got bodies covering. Man, and again, it's one of the big things. It's just bodies. There's just bodies. Like, you take him out of the gap, you force him back to the cutback. Maybe he's got yards there. You know, in the past, you'll see maybe get some more yards there. But at this point, there's guys on the backside. Guys are flying to the ball. This one I really like. Still in the first quarter, 3:16 left. Packers threw a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in the first quarter here. Packers threw a lot of stuff first quarter. A lot of really cool, some funky front alignment, some funky stuff on the back end, as we're going to see here. And then as the game went on, after those first couple drives, they kind of chilled out on some of the stuff a little bit. I mean, they still showed it occasionally, still ran some stuff. They didn't stay, static the entire game. But as it went on, they seemed more reliant to just rely on, all right, I mean, we've showed our stuff. We've introduced some doubt. We're going to sit back. We're going to play a little bit more kind of just cover 2, cover 1, cover 3, some of our basic stuff without a whole lot of dressing up. But because of what they showed and because they've got dudes with speed, they were able to still be effective with that because they're still a good defense, but they've still got all of this stuff in their bag. So we're going to look here. 3rd and 7, man. 11 personnel. You got 1 running back, 1 tight end. They're going full spread empty, 3-by-2 formation. You got 3, you got 2. This looks like cover 3 from the jump. They're playing off. You got a bunch, everyone else at the line. So you got a ton of bodies at the line. You got 3 guys back here. Are they blitzing? Are they going to be cover 3? Are they going to fall into man? You don't really know. But what we will see, we're going to get this invert cover 2 where safety's going to sink down. These guys are going to fall out. So now you got a dude in the middle, but then you're also falling back into zone. I can't remember how many guys they're bringing here. We're going to find out, I guess. Get that off. There we go. They bring 4. They only bring 4. But with a twist, with Parsons coming off a twist. So you're dropping a bunch of guys. Again, invert cover 2. You got your zones here. Dropping. Bring in. Off a twist. Parsons coming off a twist. Everyone else is dropping. So this is a 4-man rush. I mean, it looks funky. It's a 4-man rush with invert cover 2 behind it. Commanders are going to, once again, they're looking to attack the middle of the field. They've got this high cross look with, let's see, this high cross like there with kind of something over the top. Against cover 3, man, that's a pretty good look. Against single high, that's a pretty good look because what you do is you're reading that guy there. You're reading that guy. If he goes with him, you throw to this guy, vice versa, all that. Well, now you got invert cover 2. And the middle of the field's clogged. So where you thought you had this middle, you're now crossing dudes here, crossing dudes here. This man you thought was your single high safety is sitting right in between them. You got zone underneath. You got these guys ready to drive on these crossing routes. What you had this high cross here. You now have Micah Parsons coming off a stunt. You've got crushing off the edge. There's just nowhere to go with the ball, man. Parsons in your lap. Before you can even really get it to develop, they've changed the entire picture on you post-snap. Now you're getting hit. You're checking down. And you got 0 yards. Is that right? I think he drops it. I can't remember. I cannot remember what this was. No, he got 6 yards. I got the gain as 0 for some reason. It ended up being a penalty on this. So actually this was a no play. I still have it in here because I do like the look. This was the one why I had the gain at 0. This was hands to the face. Legal hands to the face. So it ended up being a no play. But again, 3rd and 7, and you've got him short of the sticks because you're running this funky stuff. We've got Parsons going off that. And all of that, man, that's a complete pass. You're getting close to the sticks. You're still a couple yards short on that. But, I mean, that's a Herculean effort to get. I mean, what are you getting there? 6 yards or something? 5 yards, 6 yards? That's tough. All right. We're going to have Bullard attacking the screen on this one. Here's Bullard here. I mean, to me, this is an example of just dudes playing downhill, man. Guys doing what they're supposed to be doing. You guys single high up top. They're gonna go out here, but then once that thing is out, it's just Bullard. Just watch Bullard right there. Off one block, come off the other, get underneath. Again, just bodies, man. Like, that's just effort. That's effort and knowledge is what that is. Like, he sees it coming. Don't let him get you. Keeps his hands out. Just fall off. They love their screens. This was one of the things I was concerned about coming in. They got this little, like, I guess, tunnel screen where you're blocking out. He comes back to the ball, and you got an angle up in there. Bullard just doesn't let him get the angle. He knows what they're trying to do. See him working back. Got your eyes on the quarterback. Come off. Make the tackle. No gain. No gain, man. That's just a very nice job by Bullard. Got up here. This one here. So now we're in the second quarter, 13-17 second quarter. I've got this one is just, I mean, this is pretty basic defense, but they win just from a good rush plan. You've got too high up top. I think this was a no huddle, and so they stay. That's probably one of the reasons they get fairly basic here. Hard to get into all your checks and all your funky stuff. They're going no huddle. You get what you get up there. You're going too high. You got zone underneath, and it's just a good rush plan, and everyone stays disciplined. You got Parsons off the line here on a tight end. He's not going after it. He's pushing. He's just staying that outside contain. You're trying. You don't let him. They don't want him to get outside. Keep him inside. So we'll watch Parsons. This is not an aggressive rush. Push. Stay out. I mean, he's straight up the field. And then we just have right here, I think that's Wyatt in the middle. What was one of his jobs was just kind of stand there. He's going to kind of take the initial punch, fall off, eyes up. Parsons got him cornered. I think that's Wooden. I'm sorry, that's not Wyatt. That's Wooden. Fall off. That's a 1 yard gain. Everything's kind of vanilla on the back end. You've got this. They're looking to hit. It's kind of got a switch release up top here, but you got disciplined up here. Evan Williams capping that. You got a guy over the top there. There's nowhere to go with that. Parsons is there before you know it because they're blocking Parsons with a tight end. But again, he's not being overly aggressive. That's a lane right there. If we look at that from the back end, the end zone view here real quick. This looks like a lane Jayden Daniels should be able to hit. Well, here we go. All right, it's out. There's a lane right there. Look how big that is. Take off, get through. He can't break out initially right there because you do have Micah Parsons, who kind of up and out. Colby Wooden stays his lane. Nicely done. 1 yard gain. 1 yard gain on 1st and 10. This one I just like just because I like Edge Cooper. We'll watch that one right there. But this is also just an example. This was fairly basic. I did not have the wide angle on this. I apologize. I just forgot to clip it. Fairly basic on the back end. They're just sitting in zone, I think, on the outside there. But you've got this rush with Cooper hitting right here. You got Quay coming off the edge. You got Van Ness dipping. You got Gary crushing the pocket. Everything's hitting so fast. You got Edge Cooper, who I imagine is just screaming. In my head, he's screaming, kind of diving over this. Good pass pickup here, but he's still flying at Jayden Daniels. That ball comes out. Placement's not great. Placement's a little on the inside, and the dude's just sitting on it. That was good. Again, we don't have the wide copy here. Good eyes, good drive. This was not one of my concerns if you're playing this aggressive. If you're squatting, you're kind of susceptible to double moves. Two things on that. One thing is that they need time to throw a double move, which the Commanders didn't have. I mean, some team at some point is going to take advantage of that. But also, this was not like he was not driving on first move. This cornerback was sitting back. He was watching. He was playing tight, but he wasn't biting. It's not like he drove on this before the ball was out. So it's good, smart play, eyes up from the cornerbacks here. We'll go to this one here. We're now trying to fly through these pretty quick, so I don't want this to take all day. I don't know how long you guys are going to sit with me here, but I just kind of wanted to kind of sit as long as I can here with this. This is just man-to-man. This is just man-to-man, and you're running over on this side. Slot fade. Running a fade. You got a single high. Safety up top. I think that's McKinney. If they stay single high, throw the fade. We saw this in Green Bay a bunch. Rodgers loved this, especially Devontae. It's just man-to-man. Yeah, pocket gets muddy real quick, dude. Parsons wins immediately. This is Parsons here on the inside right there. Parsons is going to win. That ball's going to be out. But this is, I mean, that's a quick throw anyway. But he wins immediately. Really nice step up. But, dude, that's tight coverage. That's Nate Hobbs in the slot, carrying that up. Everyone stays disciplined. That's man-to-man. This is one of the things kind of concerned about. That's Nate Hobbs on Terry McLaurin. I love, we'll see if in the back end, I love the swipe at the end, man. And then Jayden Daniels gets, no, I guess he doesn't get hit. They lay up on him. That was Parsons got hit with some friendly fire. So if Parsons right there, Van Ness, Gary, they're going to crush the pocket, but Jayden Daniels has some time this time. Little pocket to step into. We're going to watch him. I mean, immediate win from Parsons. And the center has to come back over. You got Quay bearing down. He's able to step up, but then he misses because that's tight coverage. I love the swipe from Hobbs. He's got it timed up. He does not know if that ball is going to be accurate, but just watch that hand. Bring that through. Ball is out of bounds. It's 10 yards off the line. Hobbs, you can see his eyes back. Tracking. That's when it's going to get there. Swipe. If that was going to be on target, swipe. If it's going to hit his hands, I'm going to try to knock that out. Smart play, man. Like, that's a good, smart play. That's just straight man-to-man, single high. And we've got Hobbs taking Terry McLaurin down the field off a slot fade, swipe and try to get the ball out if that ball's on there. It's a nice job. Nice job. This one I like. We're just going to watch Rashawn Gary. This is a read option. So we're going to get this little like kind of slow mesh read from Jayden Daniels. This guy's going to come across. He's going to keep his eyes over here. We've seen this 1,000 times. We've seen Gary get burned with this. I mean, I can go back to a list of Packers guys who got burned with this, and I do not want to bring up all those names at the moment. But this is something we've seen Gary have trouble with, sometimes staying a little disciplined. To me, this is another example of a well-coached team. Because what they're going to do, you're going to read that end. The idea on these is to always make the defense wrong. So you're going to read the end. We're going to get this little, I guess he gave the other way. That's my bad. Give to the inside where Cooper's waiting. Like, that's menacing. That is absolutely menacing. Eyes here. The idea being, again, you're making him wrong. If, sure, everyone knows this, if Gary comes down the edge here to take away that run, if he reacts like that, Jayden Daniels pull, run right around the edge. You got a blocker here with Ertz. That's what you're doing. If Gary stays outside to play, get blue, to play the outside here, to play the QB keeper, you give inside to, I think that's Bokrovsky Merritt on the inside. Give to him. Make him wrong. Remove him. You don't have to block Rashawn Gary because you're removing him with the play design. Now, we know, Jayden Daniels does not know at this point because he does not have eyes on the side of his helmet. Edgerrin Cooper's going to get Bill Krosky Merritt. Just lay him out if this is done. But you're reading Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary could bite on this. If Rashawn Gary bites on this, you're going right around the edge. But you know he got Edge Cooper inside. He's playing his lane. He's staying disciplined. We're just going to watch what Rashawn Gary does. Stay. He gives the give. All right, you got guys on the inside. Gary gets it. 4-yard gain. Nicely done, man. Nicely done. It's a good cut by Merritt to get away from, or Krosky Merritt to get away from Edge Cooper there. But Gary's right there. Good, disciplined play. If he bites too hard on that, that's Jayden Daniels around the edge. It's one of the things with this defense. You have to be disciplined against Jayden Daniels, and they did that. They did that the entire game. This one I just want to show. This is a small thing. And this is coaching. This has not happened all game. It's happened a few times. This is my favorite example of it. This was one I was going, all right, was Lucas Van Ness offsides on this play? It looks like he's offsides on this play. And then I kept watching it. I mean, he's moving. He's not offside. The ball snapped there. Everyone else, look, the ball snapped. We just saw it. Right there, ball snapped. He's moving, but he's not offsides. He had this. The Commanders, I think, were on a silent count at this time. No one else is moving. No one on the line. No one on the offensive line, no wide receivers, no anyone. But Lucas Van Ness had that sucker timed up. It's good coaching. That's good recognition. That's good get off from Van Ness, hitting the guy before. And then this is just a little running back screen. Because of that, again, he looks like he's offsides. He's not. I've watched this 1,000 times. He gets his hand up. It's supposed to be a screen to Bill Krosky-Merritt. I don't know if LVN tips this thing. Here he is right there. But I probably should have watched the broadcast, I guess, or rewatched the broadcast. I can't tell from this angle. Look at that get off, though. Again, ball snapped like there. The ball snapped. Van Ness is moving. If you look at every other person on the screen, not a single person is reacting. This guard here is still looking. He's looking to see if it's been snapped. Van Ness gets that initial punch. He's strong, limited in his moves, but that dude's strong. He's hitting you when you're just out of your stance. I don't think he hits it, but man, no, he dirts it. Yeah, okay, you can see it here. Jay Daniels just dirts that because you've got Van Ness right there. If you throw in that to him, and a shout out to Van Ness, he gets his hand up. If you're trying to throw that to Bill Krosky-Merritt, well, you've got a dude that's in the backfield right in your throwing lane immediately. Really good. Again, coaching, get off from LVN. Just really, really nicely done. This one here, I think we've got, what, 3 or 4 left? 3 or 4 left, I think. I'm not giving a ton of context for these. I apologize. 2nd and 3, 11 personnel. 5:50 left in the third. Again, some of the stuff I wanted to look at was funky stuff, and some of it's just individual. And this is just Edge Cooper playing the run, man. They're pulling. They got, gap, whatever. I think you're pulling a guy there. Edge Cooper not letting anything happen with his eyes. Keep him patient. Staying in his lane. Make that tackle. Nicely done. I mean, no one blocks him, but he's also not getting out of position. He's not pulling with the pullers. He's not overrunning anything. He's staying in his lane. And if you look at where Ekeler can go, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. And I think once again, that's LVN, or not LVN, Rashawn Gary. If this is it's play action. I mean, he's not, or not play action, it's a handoff. He's not doing zone read. But he is, once again, staying disciplined on the edge, If you want to beat this team, keep a guy like this in check, like Jayden Daniels in check. Man, you got to stay disciplined in your lanes. And that's what they did. They're swarming. Everyone stay disciplined. Make your plays. Wrap up. Good tackling. Patient from Edge Cooper. Throw him to the ground. 2nd and 3. No gain. Okay, I think we got 2 left. 3rd and 1. 2:56 remaining in the third quarter. This is Karl Brooks, man. It's Karl Brooks time. Here we go. Again, 3rd and 1. 3rd and short. Trying to stop him. Once again, I mean, this is LVN got him before. Ball snapped. Hands up. He's attacking the inside. No one else is moving. It's not quite as pronounced this time. The guard, I think, moves right after. But Karl Brooks he's looking. He's got the silent count down. He's got what they're doing. He's there blowing this play up before it's even started because I got that little millisecond jump. He's in there. He's blowing it up, trying to give to the inside. You've got a man on the outside. I think it's Evan Williams right there, just swarming, knocked back. And this is not one that's going to show up on the play sheet, but Karl Brooks, brother, I see you. And to keep in mind something else here, if Ekeler gets away from this, if he breaks outside, brother, we're just going to watch Quay. Quay Walker up over the top, scraping over the top, eyes in the backfield, not attacking, not doing anything hard. Gets away from the potential block of Biotish, and he's just there. You got LV in there on the outside. Again, there's just dudes. They're disciplined, staying in lanes. You got good coaching. You got Brooks jumping that snap there. Again, look at that. I mean, he blows that up. It's over before it's even started. He's in the backfield. Tremendous play by Karl Brooks. Good tackle, good gang tackling there. Evan Williams, Micah Parsons, 0-yard gain. Goes to 4th and 1. Last one that I have for tonight. Again, I've got some other ones I could show, but I wanted to show just these are ones that were fun. There's Parsons jumping, getting a really good jump. That's not even timed up, dude. That's just Micah Parsons just getting off quick and destroying someone. And it's just a twist, just a terrifying twist. You've got, I think this is just, it's like cover three. That matches demand from the looks of it, because they're off. They're kind of looking to see what else is crossing. You got cover three. You got vertical routes on the outside, I think. I mean, 3rd and 7, time running out in the third to a little less than 30 seconds left in the third. But you just got this twist up front that we'll watch on the other end that forces Daniels to throw this at falling backwards before he's ready in a tight coverage. You got a safety over the top. Look how tight that coverage is to Terry McLaurin. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to come back for it. He can't get it. We're going to look at this twist up front as far as what gets him free, because I think we're going to have, so Edge Cooper's going to be the guy that's getting pressure. But I think he's jumping over two. I think we got crash, and I think he's going to loop all the way around. He does it so quick. He covers so much ground. So yeah, we got crash, loop. I think he's going to loop all the way around. He stays tight to the line. Look at him tight to the line, man. Tight to the line, explodes through, hits Daniels. I mean, that's terrifying, man. You've got that guard, but so now you've got a one-on-one here. You got a guard here with the crasher. He's trying to follow him, and then we're just going to have Edger and Cooper explode through. You got Micah Parsons getting hands to the face over there, as happens. Just chokehold. Doesn't matter. We're going to do a double crasher. We're going to loop through two gaps. We're going to hit. And there's just nowhere to go with the ball, man. This Valentine in coverage. So I think that's it. I had some other ones that I could have shown that I decided not to, that were kind of more like just basic cover two stuff to kind of show how that looked as well. But you can kind of get the idea. This team, this defense is doing a lot of things well right now. Not just swarming, not just all the fun stuff up front, not just all the fun blitz stuff, all the sim pressure stuff, not all just the cover two invert stuff. I mean, the biggest thing that you take away from this, or that I took away from this game, this team is well coached. They're disciplined. You see a lot of talking. You see them staying in their lanes. You see gang tackling. You see guys flying to the ball. If you see guys move that quickly, my one nitpick with this defense, if I'm gonna nitpick it, my one nitpick with the defense is sometimes they show the disguises away too early. Now maybe that's a coaching thing. They want the QB to think that he knows what he's seeing, because then sometimes they'll still do some different things off of that. I really do think that's more just a comfort thing at this point. I think they fall into that, but sometimes they'll fall off the line a little earlier than they need to, even if it's like a shallow hook zone. Like if it's a guy running the pull and cover two or Tampa 2, like I get it, because you're trying to get a little jump. You got a lot of ground to cover there, but there are quite a few instances of just guys dropping off the line a little early, showing their hand kind of a bit early. But again, that's a small nitpick. Right now this team's playing fast, they're playing smart, they're playing together, they're communicating. You now have, with what Hafley had to do last year with a lot of that sim pressure stuff, he's got all that stuff in his bag. He's got demons up front besides Micah Parsons. You got Colby Wooden is doing good work. We saw Carl Brooks, we saw LVN. You got Quay and Edge Cooper in the middle. You've got safeties. We saw Evan Williams doing stuff. We saw Javon Bullard making a play. I mean, they're not, they're far from perfect, but man, they're playing really good team football right now. And it's if you're an offense, it's kind of terrifying to watch. So we'll see what happens this weekend. But just going through this defense, I've gone through this defense a couple times now, this specific game, and just enough stuff jumped out that I just kind of want to talk about it for a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this. I apologize, it's a little long, but man, I had a lot to say. So I hope you found something to enjoy in this. I certainly had a good time kind of putting this together and going through this again, and even picking up on more stuff this time around. But I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you later.